Okay, welcome back, Dr. Isangha. Before I talk about the next publication, which was published in the Journal of Aggression and Maltreatment and Trauma, the title is Post-Separation Experience of Male Victims of Intimate Partner Violence in Southern Nigeria. Can you introduce yourself again for the people who didn't watch the previous video?
Okay, thank you very much, Prince. So my name is Dr. Stanley Oloji-san. I am currently an assistant lecturer in the Department of Social Work and Social Administration. I'm also the coordinator of the Bachelor of Social Science in Counseling program, which is a second major under the Department of Social Work and Social Administration. And I also teach issues on ethnic minorities, trauma, and youth well-being. Yeah.
Thank you. So can you tell us again why you chose to do this study? So this one is looking at men who have separated from their partners, I presume. So,
Yeah.
and why did you choose to look at men? Because when, like, especially in Nigeria and in many African societies, after separation, there is more focus on the experiences of women, except when they are looking for the man to remarry. That's when they pay attention to the man. So, but why did you choose to do this study?
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, we don't pay enough attention to the issues and challenges that men face. And when it comes to intimate partner violence, it's just recently that we are having more focus on men, just recently. And even at that, there are still so many gaps in research. As a matter of fact, looking at the post-separation experiences of male victims all over the world, there are not up to 10 studies, at least to the best of my knowledge, that have looked at the post, because it feels as if when men separate, it's okay, they are happy, all is well. But I don't think men are people without emotions. They also struggle, but they will not tell you because they have been told not to say anything about how they feel. So I just wanted to know, especially in Nigeria, where the tide is really changing, bring in the context of an African settings, to know what's really happening. Yeah.
So what are those experiences? What are the major findings in this study?
Yeah, you see, just as much as women are affected after separation or divorce, men are also affected. Number one, there is the issue of the impact on their well-being, feeling sad, depressed. As a matter of fact, there was some participants that even, had suicidal ideation and even attempted suicide.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Although there were not many, I think there were three of them. Yes,
So
three of
this
them.
separation takes a toll on the men.
Yes, it takes a toll on the men very much as the same with the women. And then there is another issue of continuous victimization.
Okay. Can you explain what
Yeah.
that means?
So when the men separate, the women sometimes there is still stalking and there is
Oh.
still verbal abuse continues, tarnishing of image. And also the issue of parental alienation, keeping them away from their children. Yeah, it is something that really happens. And all of this affects the well-being of men. Because for some of them, they feel liberated when they separate, no doubt. But it's quite challenging again for them when they have to deal with the divorce process and also the custody of children. Most of the perpetrators do not want them to have access to their children, even when it is court order. Yeah, so that's one of the main issues they face post-separation.
So
And
what?
if I must continue,
Yes, please.
we look at some of the issues that men face is first of all, there is another issue of the impact on their perception and attitude towards marriage or relationship. Because when they say a lot of them do not want to be in a relationship anymore. They don't see women as people they can trust.
So there is the risk of increased isolation.
Yes. So, and also there's the issue of transfer of aggression, their attitude in new marriage. Sometimes they become overly alert with their new partner. Innocent partner may just ask them, who are you talking to on the phone? They become so aggressive and defensive and start shouting at their partner, which was just an innocent inquiry. So they're transferring this aggression to their new partner based on their own experience in the former relationship. And so the cycle of abuse continues. Because this new partner now, if the relationship eventually breaks up, there is a possibility that would also transfer it to the next relationship that she enters.
That's fascinating. So, what do you recommend? How do we address this?
So in fact, the major recommendation I gave was compulsory post-separation therapy. Not just for the victim, but also for the perpetrator. Because if it's not working, you need the perpetrator to understand that, okay, we need to go our separate ways and I need to let him go to be happy. I don't need to continue victimizing him. If the court says we have to do this, because some of these women is as a result of their own past traumas.
Yeah.
So they really need help. Not that they are doing it out of intention, but it's just that the marriage is no longer conducive for the victim, but also for the victim, so that they can they can come to a place where they can say, okay, let me try a relationship again. They will not be thinking about suicide or attempting it, things like that. The compulsory therapy post-separation is very important. Those are the first steps they should take.
Well, thank you so much. I strongly believe that this is an important work, and I look forward to more research in this area because I think when it comes to relationship, we need a more holistic approach. We cannot focus on one group and leave the other people behind. So thank you so much for your time, and I hope
I
to
am
see you
really,
again.
really happy that you've given me the platform to talk about my research a little bit.
Of
Thank you so
course,
much.
it's our pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right.